the cute one, Bubbles.
Did you know? Before fan-favorite Powerpuff Girl, Bubbles was played by voice-acting super-starlet Tara Strong. Bubbles was voiced by a different actress? That's right, one you should definitely recognize. During the What a Cartoon animation showcase, which launched a ton of creator-driven shows on Cartoon Network during the 90s, 2 Powerpuff Girls shorts aired in 1995 and 1996, written and directed, of course, by series creator Craig McCracken. In the first of these shorts, entitled Meet Fuzzy Lumpkins, Jim Cummings first took on the role of eventual series villain Fuzzy Lumpkins, as well as an earlier incarnation of Townsville's mayor.
It's those Powerpuff Girls who are losers. They laughed at my yeah.
Allison, this is the mayor. You've got to get downtown. Something terrible is happening.
The 2 shorts also featured DJ and old-school voice actor Ernie Anderson doing the opening narration.
Townsville Mall, the quaint and happy consumer palace, is holding their annual jam contest.
Of course, Tom Kenny would later take on both the part of the newly redesigned mayor of Townsville and the announcer from Jim Cummings and Ernie Anderson, respectively, for the final series. But the main attraction, of course, is the trio of Powerpuff Girls themselves. These shorts are where actresses Cathy, Cavadini, and Elizabeth Daly would both book Blossom and Buttercup, and go on to play them for the entire series. However, Bubbles was previously voiced by Cathy.
1, 2, 3!
Cathy was of course known for a multitude of other characters during the time of these shorts, such as Linka from Captain Planet, Fifi LaFume and Little Sneezer from Tiny Toons, Phil, Lil and Betty DeVille from Rugrats, and Princess Sally Acorn from Sonic the Hedgehog, amongst tons of others. She also played the girl's teacher, Miss Kane, in one of these shorts, before being eventually replaced by Jennifer Hale for the series.
Yes? Blossom's here. Blossom! Telephone!
Dating back even further than the original What a Cartoon shorts was a student film that Craig McCracken produced and screened at festivals, along with 3 other pilots that are only watchable as animatics on the Powerpuff Girls Complete Series DVD set. These pilots, originally titled, and I kid you not, The Whoop-Ass Girls, featured a friend of Craig McCracken's, Jennifer Freed, as all 3 Powerpuff Girls.
Not so fast, boys!
And interesting to point out, the Amoeba Boys seen in the one completed pilot, A Sticky Situation, were played by one of McCracken's fellow animators, Lou Romano, who would much later go on to work as an artist at Pixar, and even voice the characters Bernie Krop in The Incredibles, Snot Rot in Cars, and Alfredo Linguini in Ratatouille.
It's the Whoop-Ass Girls. Let's get 'em, boys.
The Amoeba Boys would later, of course, be played by Chuck McCann in both the shorts and the eventual series. Once the show was picked up and began airing in 1998 on Cartoon Network, the cast was set in stone and would generally utilize a talent pool made up of folks like Roger Jackson, Rob Paulson, Jennifer Hale, Gray DeLisle, and Kevin Michael Richardson to voice the grand majority of characters that would appear from episode to episode. Tom Kane, funnily enough, based Professor Utonium's voice off an impression of fellow voice actor Gary Owens.
Call the police so they can round up these clowns. Well done, old chum.
Townsville's fine. Oh, just look at it. So quiet, so peaceful.
Of course, the character he enjoyed playing even more was the sinister and often inappropriate villain, him.
Girls, we love you!
A few notable guests that showed up in the series were Mark Hamill as an evil cat, June Foray as Madame Argentina, and a musical gnome originally intended to be played by Jack Black, but was instead vocally matched and performed by the just as rockin' Jess Harnell.
The mystic elders gave me permission to conjure up a sacred light. And with my magic, mystic tricks, I'll turn Townsville into right.
Another little clever nod to a fellow Cartoon Network series was a crazed family turned supervillains, the Smiths, led by Harold Smith, played by Jeff Bennett, his wife Marianne and daughter Julie, played by Cathy, the original Bubbles returned, and his son Bud, played by Christy Cavanaugh. What's the joke? This family is voiced by the cast of Dexter's Family from Dexters Laboratory, created by friend of Craig McCracken's, Genndy Tartakovsky. Of course, the daughter didn't have Dee-Dee's voice, but Dee-Dee was split between the 2 actresses anyway, so... But speaking of Christy Cavanaugh, who was of course the voice of Dexter for many years, and even won an Annie Award for her performance, Christine had also the honor of voicing the memorable temporary 4th Powerpuff Girl, Bunny, who was tragically created and destroyed in her only episode.
Dexters!
Dexter's Laboratory similarly recycled much of its shared talent pool with Powerpuff Girls, but also had its share of special guests. The late great Macho Man Randy Savage as Rasslor, famous singer-songwriter Paul Williams playing a cartoon version of himself, the late great Dom DeLuise, heard in almost every Don Bluth animated movie, and even Gary Owens himself to reprise the role of classic Hanna-Barbera superhero, the Blue Falcon, alongside voice acting legend Frank Welker reprising as Dynamite the Dog Wonder. Dexter and Dee-Dee's actresses both shifted over the course of the series, Allison Moore to Kat Cressida on Dee-Dee, and Christy Cavanaugh to Candi Milo for Dexter. Candi Milo has become the definitive voice for Dexter, reprising the character in several video games, including the massively multiplayer RPG Cartoon Network Fusion Fall, which featured a huge amount of various Cartoon Network characters, nearly all of which were played by the respective actors and actresses from the shows they originate from. However, there was another big Cartoon Network crossover game that wasn't quite as consistent. The Nintendo DS fighting game Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion contained a few key characters from Cartoon Network's biggest shows, including Dexter and the Powerpuff Girls. However, several actors and actresses did not reprise their parts in this game. Funnily enough, though, this game did feature good old Tara Strong playing not only Bubbles, did you like that full circle, but also voice matching Elizabeth Daly on Buttercup, Candi Milo on Dexter, and even Nikki Jones on Chowder. Meanwhile, Gray DeLisle, who reprised Mandy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, voice matched Sean Paquette as Mac from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which means Gray and Tara both filled in for their castmates from those respective shows, and voice matched Cathy Cavadini on Blossom. In the upgraded console version of the game, Punch Time Explosion XL, a few of the actors not used in the DS version got to come back and play their characters, including Cathy Cavadini as Blossom.
Don't you know you can never beat a Powerpuff Girl? What's up with those guys? What are you guys, new?
Oh, and one last note about a certain Powerpuff Girls villain. Nolan North, known for tons of characters like Marvel's Deadpool and Uncharted's Nathan Drake, voice-matched Roger Jackson on the part of Mojo Jojo during the Punch Time Explosion games.
Hey, Mojo Jojo, have proven victorious!
But he wasn't the only person to play the maniacal monkey. In the 2008 anime adaptation of Cartoon Network's massive hit called Powerpuff Girl Z, numerous Japanese-style reimagining of the Powerpuff Girls characters appeared. For the most part, these versions of the characters were treated as separate beings and not straight-up adaptations, both in the original Japanese as well as the rarely heard English dub produced by Ocean Studios in Canada for Cartoon Network Philippines. When auditioning actors for the part of Mojo Jojo, all sorts of different things were tried, but ultimately, the one who booked the part was the closest voice match to the original Mojo Jojo, Michael Dobson.
Now you are free, my brothers! No more cages for you, Mr. Rhinoceros! You pandas, you camels, all of you, free! I wonder what I shall do next. Maybe go this way. These buttons should not go there. I can't work with this. There's no multitronic scan unit. The color scheme is insufficient for world domination. Seats are too small, not adjustable, or sufficiently comfortable. Ergonomically challenged, wasted space, not enough gizmos to entertain my massive intellect and short attention span. Craftsmanship is inferior. There is no feng shui. It is beneath me.
Thanks for watching. This video was inspired by Did You Know Gaming, so go check out their channel and watch all their videos about gaming trivia. Special thanks to Omahdon for the audio mastering, Mr. Simon34 for the music, and BehindTheVoiceActors.com for all the audio samples. If you like this video, go check out some of our other ones linked here on the side, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more. See you next time.